It's time to leave the city of Londrina in southern Brazil after being here for 4 nights with 2 hotels and some serious dental work being done. But I've thoroughly enjoyed this place. But I'm now heading to a place called Bauru. So I'm now at the bus station. The bus is at 9 o'clock in about 15 minutes time. And if you have been following me, I do go to a lot of bus stations, but this is one of the more interesting ones because it's round and it looks like it's been dug out from the ground, and when you look from it from above, it does look like a UFO. So the ticket has cost me 99 real. The bus journey itself is going to be about 6.5 hours. I've not bought any snacks, but I have liberated 2 bananas and some water from the hotel free breakfast. Liberated, is that the right word? Because they will be eaten. I had a really bad night's sleep last night, so I'm hoping that I'll get some sleep on this bus. As you know, I've just had some dental work done. It's got nothing to do with that. I'm not in any pain. I had a really bad nightmare about things that could have gone wrong, but they didn't. I kept waking up going, I've lost my tooth, I've lost my mouth. But yeah, so Bauru, I'm hoping to be there for about 2 nights, and I will do some research on the bus. I've got plenty of time. I've seen a hostel there that is about £5 English a night with a free breakfast with good reviews in the centre. And that's where I'll be staying. So at the moment, this place is so quiet. As I said, it's 8:45 in the morning. So I'm only out here in the centre because the fact they've got music playing full blast over there. But Londrina has got a little connection to London, and right in the corner there is a British telephone box, which, to be honest, you don't see many of back in the UK. I've seen more around the world than in England. Bit weird. Right, just got to wait. Right, it's just 9:10. It'll be 10 minutes late. So officially I'm leaving the state of Paraná and then heading into the state of São Paulo. So going over the state border. So yeah, when you look around, it looks like it's been dug into the ground like a big UFO. And when I arrived the other day, that's a lot of stairs to get right to the top. Right, get my bags on. So that's me on the bus for 6.5 hours. At the moment, it doesn't look like there's many people on board. But more importantly, and that's who I'm travelling with. But yeah, more importantly, I've just checked on my bananas to make sure that they're not squashed. They're okay. So I'll be saving them for the 3-hour point, I think. But it's comfortable. Leather seats. It's got a USB port. And I have downloaded things on my phone. That's me happy for the next few hours. Put the seat back, get a little bit of sleep, and then I'll be ready for Bauru. It's just after 2 o'clock and I'm here. I'm at the bus station just outside in Bauru, and it's taken just under 5 hours to get here. Obviously got the timing wrong. Bus journey, not too bad. A lot of countryside, beautiful countryside. And it's about a 30-minute walk from here to the hostel. So after being on a bus for so long, I thought I'd walk half the way and then get an Uber. So what do I know about this place? When I had a signal, because there's a lot of lost signal when you're travelling through the countryside, it's famous for that thing there, a sandwich. It's famous all over Brazil. It's also famous for its railway, big railway history, and famous for the footballer Pelé. And then I lost the signal. I couldn't find anything else out. So it'd be a good chance to have a walk through, stretch my legs, find out more about this place as I walk around. So I booked the hostel on the bus, 37 real, which comes to around £5.43, not £5 as I was told, an extra 43 pence. And then I got a message from them through booking.com to say it's a self-service hostel. You just turn up. So what they needed off me was my passport to be sent through by WhatsApp, and then they gave me all the details of how to get into the hostel, what my bed number was, and rules and regulations. So as you come out through the bus station, there is a tourist map showing you what you can see. So I took a quick photograph of it. So there looks like there's plenty to see. And the only problem I had on the bus itself was the fact one of my bananas got a bit squished. And in that squishiness, my charging cable for my phone went inside it without me realising. And then when I tried to charge my phone up, it came up with a big message: there's liquid in your phone. It's not liquid, it's banana squishiness. So I think I've got about 15% battery left until I can actually get the banana stuff out. Right, I just need to check my phone maps, find out where I'm going. I'll just keep looking at that church over there. That's quite cute. So already the sun is shining in. It's pretty warm today, which I'm enjoying. I'm not yet sweating, but I do have a little bugbear from that bus journey, and obviously I've got nobody else to talk to apart from you lot. But as you saw, as I was leaving Londrina, the bus was quite empty, and between Londrina and here there was 3 stops. At the first stop, a number of people got off and a small selection of people got back on, and I did have a double seat to myself, the aisle seat and the window seat I could stretch out. And then a lady came on, looked at her ticket, and then just looked at me and went, "It's my seat." So she sat next to us. And I thought, well, you've got all these empty seats around you that you could actually spread out and sit there. But no, she sat next to me. So I thought, because I had this bag with me by my feet, I thought, right, I need to do a bit of Google Translate and say, look, I can move to another seat. Is it okay if you can move out of the way? And she looked at me and went, no. Okay. So I don't know if Google Translate did something wrong, because I did put at the start, I don't speak Portuguese, I'm English. So I don't know if it was my my natural animal magnetism that drew her to me to sit, and said, "You are not moving, you need to sit next to me." So for the remainder of the journey I was a bit cooped up, and that's now off my chest. Right, I just need to cross this road. So I am halfway. I'm actually enjoying this little walk, stretching the legs, so I thought might as well just walk the rest. The map is taking me through the back streets to get to the hostel, and I'm actually looking forward to staying in a hostel after being in hotel rooms for the last couple of weeks. And the reason I've picked it is, even though it's cheap, the rating was really, really good. And the next one up was £12 for a single room in a hotel with a shared bathroom. But the ratings was so bad. So hostel life it is for me. 4-man bunk. And if you're interested in the route that I took to get down here, this is it, leaving from Londrina. And that's just to give you an idea of where I am within Brazil. I mean, it's very quiet. Obviously, it's a Sunday afternoon. So my plan at the moment for this afternoon is to get into the hostel, if I can get in. Chill, relax. I am meant to be resting after my dental surgery I had over the last 2 days. I'm going to be taking my antibiotics and ibuprofen. The swelling is still there a little bit, but it's going slowly. And you're probably right, I shouldn't be walking. I should have taken the taxi. Oh well. So I am getting closer. I'm definitely in the centre of the city. And the other thing I need to do is get some food. I don't think one normal banana and one very soft banana has filled me up, although I did have breakfast this morning. First impressions of this city, after being in Paraná, with all the cities I was around there, all the planned cities, this feels older. Less trees around. Policeman. And it's only a street and a half away. I think that might be a cathedral, church. It's not listed on Google Maps, I've just had a look. Oh well. Now, throughout the walk from the bus station, I have not seen one single shop that's open. There's no restaurants. I did see a sign for McDonald's, but I'm not really in the mood for fast food. And the hostel does say that it's got a kitchen, so I'm hoping there's a shop that sells food, a supermarket that's open. Do a bit of cooking, which I'm not doing for a couple of weeks. And here it is, Hostel Bauru. Right, so there's a code to get in, which I've got. It'll be on there. Right, I'm in. Looks very quiet. Right, I'm in one of these. So I'm in 1B. That is my bed. I just dumped my stuff down there. No aircon, but there's 2 fans down there. I think I could be the only one here. So this is the free breakfast. Oh well, so much for being back in the hostel life and being sociable. And if there's no receptionist, this could be the only person here tonight. I hope there's no ghosts. Quite cool. Oh well. It's got a nice balcony. So this is my view from the hostel. I just need to find out the Wi-Fi and then rest. Yeah, swelling's going down. Don't think it's noticeable yet. But tomorrow is going to be exploring the city, find out all about the famous sandwich, and explore. But if you've enjoyed this little journey, travel day, then all you got to do is press that like button. If you want to see what Bauru is like, then all you got to do is subscribe and watch the next video. But until the next time, I'm off to find out if there's any food anywhere. Bye bye for now.